Ah, decided I wanted to be comfortable. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our extended worldwide meditation show, I guess it's called. And thank you all for being here, and Ron for being here. We've probably got some more people that will be coming because this is a sort of a 2 hour
You
type
sure
of a thing.
you're on live? I don't think so. It
Oh
didn't
yeah,
say you come there. Yeah,
it didn't. Well, I got
yeah,
I
it
got
did.
that it says yeah we're live.
I
So
did.
hi,
Oh,
Joanna.
Joanna.
Hey, can you see
Yeah.
me? Let me move
I
over
Yeah, I
a
can
can.
see
bit.
you.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yes,
wrong
I
way,
was
wrong
just
way.
explaining to everybody that that I came up with something to talk about, and that you have something
Okay.
you'll probably be talking about. And Ron, you're welcome to as well. Anybody that comes, um, we no one is going to have to stay for 2 hours. I just want I want everybody to know that. But what I wanted to do was provide a window of time people could come together to do some kind of a ceremony. And I was willing to stay for those 2 hours. But that's why I'm sitting in my chair trying to be comfortable more than at my desk. So thank you for all for being here. Thank you, Ron and Joanna. And thank you, April Joy.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
so
excuse my
yes,
informal appearance.
that's okay.
I was just going to say I'm very, very informal. It is 100 degrees in my house, and my dog got neutered Friday, so I've slept about 3 hours in 48
Oh boy.
hours, and
Yeah.
it's ungodly hot. But we have like 4 work trucks here fixing the air
Wow.
conditioning. This is,
Okay.
it's like,
Well, we'll send you some
stay.
cool breezes, Joanna.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice and cool down here.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Uh,
So does your dog have to wear the cone of
Ooh.
shame?
he can't because he's freaking out. So he
Oh,
has
I
some sort
see.
of pant contraption on. It's a whole body suit that you have to
Oh
unsnap.
dear. Okay.
And it's something. It's he's very
Yeah.
drugged up because he's a super hyper guy and he'll
Yes.
just run like a maniac. So I've got him so drugged up. It's
Understand.
something.
Understand. I'm my dog is going to be um fixed, I guess, because it's not neutered because it's a oh, I guess it is still neutered, even if it's a girl. Anyway, on the 27th. So
Yeah.
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 I recommend this bodysuit thing. It's working out. It's just a
It's
pain to
worth it,
snap
huh?
it up in the back. It is.
Uh-huh.
After this, I'm going to take it off and wash it just because they can't see. There's no peripheral vision. And he
Right.
was just running and slamming into walls, and that was
Uh-huh.
not going to do.
Well, we'll have to send some extra love and attention to your
Mhm.
puppy
Thank
dog
you.
and
I wish I
also to
could
your family.
show him.
I
He's the most
know.
beautiful golden retriever. He is so beautiful.
So I just want to take a few minutes to say hi to everybody that's already here in the chat. Anita and Debbie, Janet, Lynn, Gina, another Lynn, um, Phi, and Medium Kim. I'm glad you're here.
Hey, Medium
Yeah, I
Kim.
Good.
just saw her. Hello, Medium
Okay.
Kim.
Yeah. And
You know what?
greeter,
I'm going to run and
TK,
get my
Teresa.
phone. I'll be
All
right back
righty.
so I can see the
Yep.
comments. I'll be right back.
That's fine. That's fine. So because this is such a huge window of time that I have left open, and that you'll probably want to come and go as well. There might be people dropping in. I've invited a lot of people to come and stay with us or come in the chat. I'd like to start out with one of the meditation prayers that I find that I've used before, just because I think it really, we're doing this for healing Mother Earth, and we live in different areas and we may have different whole ideas of life, but we are all one. We are one person, one people. Oh, here comes Danny. Yay, Danny's here. All right.
Hello, Danny.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Danny, this is Joanna. She's in and out here,
Hi,
but
Danny. There we go. I'm
just
here
wanted
now.
you to meet her. So, Danny, I'm going to give everybody a chance to say anything that they want. And Joanna also has a sort of a ceremony she wants to do. But I do want everybody to know, whether you're in the chat or you're here, if you want to leave, whenever you want to leave, please, You don't have to stay for 2 hours. That's a long time. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
okay. So I was just going to start out with this blessing or this short prayer. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are healed. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all, I ask that only that which is of the highest good of all concerned happen here and now and through all space and time. I give thanks that this is done. Amen.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
amen. So, Joanna, what I'd like you to do, you were the one that gave birth to this idea. And hello, soul sisters. Um, I'd like you to tell the what was the impetus? What were you tell everybody what was going on.
So, I don't know if anybody recalls last year when the pandemic started, there was a mass meditation arranged. I think
Yep.
over 1 million people participated, a lot of YouTube channels, people online, just different social media platforms. And it was so powerful. Um, I kind of did it on my own. We just picked 10 o'clock at night, and literally over 1 million people did it. And the
Mm-hmm.
energy was so intense. I have to say, I cried. I did it outside. I cried and I laughed hysterically. And it was just very
Mm-hmm.
healing. So, in light of what's going on in the world, in our country, politically, storms, fires, all kinds of stuff, Afghanistan, women's issues, the planet really needs healing, and we need healing. So I thought, why don't we just try to get as many people together to meditate for healing for ourselves and for the collective
Yep.
and see if we can make some sort of impact because we are all light workers and we are here to serve. And by healing ourselves and sending love out to the planet, it only helps. So that was kind of my idea behind this. I was hoping, and I'm so glad that everybody was willing to participate. It's just been on my mind for a lot of months, and I said, let me put it out there and we'll see if anybody bites on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was my feeling about it.
That's awesome. Well, we did what I want everyone to know. We did attempt to pull together a live Zoom, and Lilac Linton, Andrea, and Renee as well. A few other people looked on the Zoom, and they were asking for pretty much permission to look at everything they owned, in order to do
Yeah.
that. So we decided to just do this uh, differently. And if people wanted to have it on their channel, then they could do that. If they wanted just to join somebody else's channel, that would be fine.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
whatever it was. But I felt like that really moved the energy out into a lot of different areas. Yeah.
It did.
Yep.
And I didn't want it to be some ego thing. I didn't want it to be about getting subscribers. I just wanted
Right. Right.
really healing. That's all I wanted. So if
Right.
people wanted to
Yep.
do it on their own, do it on your own. There's
Yep.
no rules.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Well, wonderful. So, um, I'm going to, there's a few
You're
things I
welcome,
looked up,
Deb.
and stop biting me, please. Stop biting me. So I looked up a lot of stuff. I love the Native American stuff. I know Danny does too, and I don't know about Ron, but I just really resonate with all Native American, and they always celebrate Mother Earth, Father Sky. And
Mm.
so I wanted to bring together just a few little tidbits for people. If you're ever looking to do your own ceremony, please know that your ceremony is fine no matter what you do. There is no hard and fast rule. Usually,
No.
it's nice to cleanse the area that you do your ceremony by smudging, and I'll let Danny explain that if he will later. Or whatever it is, spraying or opening up the windows, whatever that you can to clear the space. Bring in the spirits in order, your ancestors and so on, in order um, to engender a good response, and a good feeling that you're surrounded by your angels or your guides. One of the things that I remember the most is the power of four. There's the power of four elements, four seasons, for let's see, four directions, four stages of life. And anytime you're in a gathering, usually those four things are directed to bring in some of the earth energies. So, Danny, do you want to tell people about smudging at all that may not know how to do that?
Well,
Hmm.
I don't know if I know how to do it. So,
There we go.
but there, and one of the things that you said that I think is so true is that there isn't any really one right way to do something. If you put your intentions out and it's for a higher power, for love and light, and you put the intentions out that you want to clean some things, and clean this space. And I personally find that using ceremony actually helps me focus more on what the intention is, whether it's whether it's tapping into spirit, whether it's to clear an energy, clear a space. That's why I like to use ceremonies sometimes. Well, most of the time when I'm smudging and clearing. So if I have a smudge stick and use some sandalwood, some people will say, "Oh, well, that's not the right wood." Well, it is for me. And then if you use, sage things, it is. That's a good smudge. Salt is a good cleanser. You can go onto YouTube and find out what you find is good for you. But if you don't have something near you, I mean, certainly crystals work really well for cleansing. There's so much that I don't know about crystals. Yes. And you can put them in your bra.
I don't have it, bro.
Again.
Sorry.
Ron, you and I, we don't.
The rocks would just stick out of my shirt.
Mine, I don't wear one, so what do I do?
I know, I'm lucky I wear pants, with the pandemic now.
Exactly.
Susan and Jen made a joke out of that. He said, "Get a bigger bra, Ron."
I use the sage right out of my spice cabinet. Hot sage.
Oh, you do?
Put it in a bowl and light it. Yeah, it's sage.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it is sage. Yeah, you're right.
Sure.
You're right.
Sure. And
One problem I have with
lots
sage
of-
is that I have sage too, you see. But the problem is I don't smoke. Then the whole room gets smoking. I
Oh, yeah.
smoking. So I use essential oils. I have a little. I have I don't know if you call it a little bowl or a little thing with water. Put essential drops in it. Then I have a little candle underneath. And it heats up. And then the essential oils goes all over. I love that rather than the smoke because I know choking myself in here. So.
I remember
I just
going
walk around my house, kind of waving it around and clearing the ceiling and the floor and my dog and myself front and back. Start at my feet all the way up.
Yeah.
And there's other things too, because we were dealing with so much smoke last summer. There was no way I was going to put any more smoke in our house. And I just heard, I did the same thing with you that you did, Ron, with the essential oils. You have to be careful with small pets with the essential oils because those small pets have small lungs and then it affects them. But and then Nancy Jean was telling me about Florida water, which I never heard about, which I think is a little bit of essential oils in water, and then you spray it around. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
You could Google Florida water. It's you buy it at any woo-woo shop, and
yeah.
But what I only do essential oils in this room where where the computer is.
Where you have control.
My dog is on the other side, so it's far away, so it doesn't harm.
So Danny, I just wonder, they said they're having trouble hearing you. So I'm just passing a message if you I like the Palo Santo too. I ended up buying a Palo Santo candle because instead of trying to burn the wood, because it's, you know, it's a piece of wood, it's harder to do that. You have to keep reigniting it all the time. But the candle's always going and it smells really good. But there are some people asking, you know, is there a right way? Is there a right way? There's no right or wrong way. There's your way. But I will tell you, if you want to combine all of the elements, the 4 elements, there are abalone shells that they sell a lot. They even sell them on Amazon, and they're, you know, they're about this big. And then you get your sage and sweetgrass, and you light the fire to light the sage and sweetgrass. You take a feather. You can get a feather anywhere you want, and you know, it doesn't have to be. You could use your hand. I'm just telling you what is sort of standard in some ways.
I found my own.
Yeah, there you go. There's a ton
a
of them
good one.
outside. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a big one.
it is a big one.
Yeah.
So what you're doing essentially is you're using all the elements. You've got the water in the shell, even though it's, you know, it represents the water.
Mhm.
And the earth element is the sage and the sweetgrass or whatever. The fire element is you lighting it. And the air element is you taking that and smudging something. There are people that don't, like Ron said, tolerate the smoke. If you're not a smoker inside, you know, it is a bit much. You can buy sprays, like Danny said. I think they're called Florida water. There is no right or wrong, people, though. I mean, really,
No.
what you're doing is, it's a ritual. You invent the ritual. You do the ritual wherever you want to do it. Oh, thank you, Anne Marie. That's so sweet. Thank you, dear. We'd like to see you on
Anne-Marie.
here with us. Come on
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't do any
oh,
sort of
that-
rituals. What's that?
Wow.
No, no.
That's pretty.
Yeah, Anne Marie makes the feathers with
Anne-Marie.
the chakra stones.
Oh.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh, wow.
I'm
That's
sorry,
good.
Joanna, you said you don't do ritual? Is that what you said?
No,
Yeah,
no, I don't. Not
Oh.
when,
Okay.
not when, because like you said, there's no wrong way. So when I meditate,
Right,
I
right.
do,
Yeah.
and I guess I do a ritual. I bring the, first I regulate my breathing, then I bring the light
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
through my whole body. I ground myself into the earth.
Mhm.
Then I bring it back up into my heart.
Yep.
Then I do positive affirmations just to get my energy or vibration
Yeah.
risen.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
then I go, you know, no thought. And then after I feel like I'm done, then I'll start either like doing some shadow work or visualization, manifestation, whatever I feel like I need at the time.
Sure.
I clear my
Yeah.
energy chakras. I focus on, you know, breaking it up. I sometimes actually feel it leaving my body, like big
Mhm.
clunks of heaviness.
Yep.
So it's really cool. Now I'll sage if my family's in a bad mood. When they go away, I'll sage everything.
That's a good idea.
And it
Yeah.
usually fixes it. It usually fixes it. I'm like, everybody's
The
crabby.
time that
We're
I do it,
saging everything.
anytime I go into a new place, like I moved into a new house, I would sage it. I want to get all the bad stuff out or whatever, or the bad, you know, and bring my own stuff in. So this is not necessary to do a world meditation, but I did want you to know that because the Native American people were so earth centered and so much Gaia, Mother Earth energies, that for me, it just makes sense to bring in this information. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
you
that
to
you
go what
told
you
us.
gravitate towards.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
so
Oh yeah.
like on my channel, I give so many tools for different healing and different types of things because
Uh-huh.
there's so many tools and some might work for you and some might not. So you can figure
Right.
out, at least you have all
Mhm.
the tools in your arsenal so you can pull them
Yeah.
out as needed and figure out what works best for you because it's your journey. It's not anybody else's. So,
Mhm.
you know, don't
Yeah.
ever let anybody tell you you're wrong because you're not
No,
wrong. It's your
because you
journey.
aren't. It's whatever you want, whatever you're hoping to accomplish. It's the same with moon rituals. You know, moon rituals. Yes, it's good if the new moon you set your intentions and you want to create those by the full moon. But you know what? You do what you feel is right, and that's the right thing for you. So yes, Connie, I saw you said you're setting intentions, and so I'd like to say that I'd like to set intentions for healing on all levels: personal, community, family, country, continent, entire Mother Earth, entire solar system. You know, that we send out healing vibrations to all, that can come. And look, we got Medium Kim here with us.
Oh, here's
So
Kim.
to all of us here. So thanks for coming in, Kim.
Oh,
Hi,
Uh-oh,
Kim.
that was a garble. All right. So go ahead, Ron.
okay, I want to send unconditional love to every soul on the earth, and
Yeah.
that the intention is to so they can heal, wake up to this unconditional love,
Right.
and I know that every soul on earth knows what unconditional love is because they've been there before. They had
Yep.
many lives. All I
Absolutely.
just the intention that they'll people will wake up to this and remember what unconditional love is, and this will change
Absolutely.
the whole world. So
Yes. That's wonderful.
yeah.
Well, I want to welcome Joyce as well. Hi, Joyce. Hey,
Hello,
you got
hello, guys.
Hi.
some weather stuff going on in your area?
Yes, indeed,
Uh-oh.
including today, lots of wind, and it was like nighttime, but it was 10 o'clock in
Oh,
the morning. So
uh-huh.
this is the time of year, though, we get it in this part. The weather starts making a significant change. My grass likes it, though, so that's good.
Okay. Wow. Well, we got people popping in and out. We're glad you're here. I did do a little bit of a
Oh, he's
ceremony.
upside down. Whoops.
Who's upside down?
Joanna
Oh,
was upside down for a moment, and then she
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
back on.
okay.
I am. Oh, there I go. It keeps booting me out. I have a great signal. I don't know what's going on.
Just so you know, Joanna, this is Joyce, and I know you've met Kim and
Hey,
Danny
Joyce.
and Ron. I just want
Hello.
Joanna was the inspiration behind doing this. I did read today that we did heal the earth quite a bit during the pandemic because we were all at home and there weren't many
Yeah.
cars and there weren't, and yet it gave us that opportunity to do it. So we need to continue that so we're not putting destructive stuff out there. We're doing constructive love and energies for everybody. So
Also,
yeah,
people are still working from home instead of
true.
driving their cars to
Yep,
work.
like me,
Hmm.
like most of us. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
anyway.
And it's interesting with our new technologies, and there's one of the things that I was reading quite a while ago was about the lithium batteries for the electric EV cars. And there's a
Mhm.
new technology that I was reading about 4 months ago, and it's sodium ion batteries.
Yes.
Oh,
And that's going to be a game changer as far as we don't have to mine things all the time and just
oh, that
rip
would be,
open
yeah.
the earth, right? And we can get it from salt water, and they're working on that. And now they're starting to be talked more on the mainstream about sodium ion batteries. So that's good. So even though things look really bleak and dark, we are healing our planet step by step. It's not happening as fast as we want it to, but it
Right.
is happening.
I think
Well, that's
Sterling, if you guys know Sterling with
oh yes.
energy, he talked about
Yep.
that.
Talked
So,
about
Did
that,
he?
right?
yeah, he did.
That's
He
great.
mentioned
Yeah.
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 Can I throw
So
in my 2
welcome.
cents in that,
I'm
too?
sorry.
I just want to say that a lot of times we look out here if we need to come up with solutions and answers and this and that. We're all out here, out here, out here. And a lot of times it's in us. And most of the time it's in us. Sometimes I'll have people that are write me and they are truly in distress, emotional distress, sometimes mental distress, And
Mhm.
I just find that once we start healing inside and we accept what is, we start to love our love handles and our thises and our that's, you know what I mean? And we come to
Yes.
this place that says that I'm not a victim.
Mhm.
I was a part of this or that. We begin to heal in here. And
Mhm.
it's something that Course in Miracles talks about. That is just my go-to book. I just love that. And if we heal in here, and if we're well in here mentally, psychologically, emotionally, that'll begin to show up in our world. It doesn't mean that it's going to heal a lot of these things, like Danny's talking about the batteries and things like that. But we can start
Mhm.
to see things where we don't feel so inundated. I get so many people that in touch with me about, the whole 45 issue, and then what's going to happen after that, and blah, 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 all of that. And
Yeah,
I
I know.
understand that that is a trigger for a lot of us. It was a long time of that. But if we don't heal in here, how are we going to heal anything else out there? It's just
Absolutely, Joyce. No, you're
That's true.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I even had written down here where that we got to start with self and then go from
Yes,
self to family to community. Yeah. And
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. And see
Uh-huh.
things that see the good, and the more good you see,
Right.
the more appreciation, the more gratitude. I always say, well, you are on the wake up list today. A lot of people are not. It seems
Yeah.
small,
Yeah.
but it's so significant.
It is significant. You're
And I have
absolutely
people
right.
say to me, well, Joyce, you always look so peaceful. You always look so vibrant, so this and that. It's because that's the way I live every day. And I've got animals and a spouse and kids and grands,
Hmm.
but that's how I live in my peace. Mommy has peace in her life, and
Right.
that's so important.
That's
But I choose
that's
it.
right.
I choose it.
Yeah, we do have to choose it in every moment, really.
That's
We
right.
could we could get tugged into something else or some kind of drama. So
Hmm.
yes, Fi, it is like a pebble in the lake. I love that. And it ripples out. Beautiful.
Right.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Kim, is there anything you'd like to say today?
Well, first, thank you for doing this, Allie and
Sure.
Joanna. Thank you very much.
Uh,
And I appreciate the opportunity to sit with you guys. I just wanted to meditate anyway this afternoon, so it works out perfectly. And I want to remind us to remember the elephants. I don't know, can you see the elephant here?
Yes.
Just to remember the elephants, and because, they're such wonderful healers on earth. I just feel like their vibration, their feet actually, I got this in a meditation once, that they actually bring healing to the earth through their feet. And they're really important. So just to remember them. And of course, the winged ones too. Remember the winged ones. I've got, this is actually a sage bowl. You see,
uh-huh.
it's
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
and then you can see there's the eagle. Can you
Yeah.
see that? Okay, this is
Uh-huh.
a prayer. Anyway, so I'm just remember the winged ones as well. Thank
Okay.
you, Allie. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful. As soon as Joanna gets herself stabilized here, the poor thing, she's been
I
She
know.
comes upside down
having a
this
time.
way, this way. I think she's doing a
Anyway,
tarot
Just
reading,
saying,
reversed reading, eh?
I'm in my bedroom now, but
that's all right. We lost Joyce along the way here too,
oh my
but
God.
I wanted you to do your meditation that you had planned to do. And but I know you're going through a lot of stuff to get there, so take your time. Um, but
Yeah,
yes,
I
I
will
said the
do
same
that. I
thing.
just need something to put this iPad thing on,
Okay,
and then I
and
should
you
be in
can do it.
business. All
All
right,
right.
so carry on. I'm gonna get a
Yeah,
table.
so I was talking about honoring, all the things that yourself, your family, and so on and so forth. Also, diversity. We need to honor all diversity. We need to also honor the elements, the sun, the moon, and the stars, and the earth, and the fire, and the wind. Because we know Mother Earth has been not destructive on purpose, but has been letting us know that we need to take better care of her. And as Kim said, the creatures, all the creatures, the animals, the winged ones, as she says, and the plants, and also, yes, Lady Gaia, thank you. The actions, um, the actions that are taken in the world, like I want to say, like Greenpeace or other organizations that work very diligently to bring healing to the earth. And I did see this and I thought it was fabulous. Oh, we lost her again, darn it. Okay. That ritual is encoded into our DNA. Um, how do you feel about that? Do you think that just to me was really beautiful? That
I believe it
Yeah, I
because,
agree.
yeah. I mean, look at all the ancient cultures. We probably have less ritual than the ancients, my guess.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, as I studied my humanities and teach my humanities classes, we spend an awful lot of time talking about the different rituals people had, and planting, bringing in the crops or whatever, and of course other rituals that don't have something to do necessarily with working the land, but our lives become a ritual. We get up and we eat at a certain time and get dressed a certain time or whatever. So I just love that it was encoded in our DNA. So I guess you found a spot, Joanna. So if you're ready.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping
Okay.
if I don't die of heat, I'm ready.
All right, sweetheart.
Um,
Go right ahead then. I'm
okay,
going to let you do it.
so we'll make it. We'll make it. So I guess we'll do a guided one. We won't make it too long. And then after, if people want to put it in the comments. So here's how I want to structure it. Just a few breathing. Then we're going to draw in the light, do some affirmations so we can heal ourselves and get to the right spot. And we can take affirmations from subscribers and the rest of us on.
Oh, I lost her again.
That's too bad. When she comes back, if we all would mute though, because I'm hearing a lot of feedback. So that would be excellent. But hopefully she'll be able to do this. Oh, she doesn't know what's going on. I understand. She is the one that has wanted to do this for so long, and so I want to give her that forum.
I just wanted to mention something about trees. People are
Uh-huh.
cutting trees like crazy.
Yeah.
My 3.5 acres of land I have here, I planted 100 trees. There was none before.
Oh, wow. Well, good for you. See what you've done? Yeah.
I did it by hand with no machinery. So I can tell you it's quite a job to do
It
that.
is a job. Yeah, it is a
Especially
job. Thank you for doing that, Ron. That's
espe-
beautiful.
especially in clay soil. If you don't know clay soil,
Oh boy. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
messy.
yeah.
Okay, so all of us are going to mute except Joanna, and we're going to hope
So
that,
I am trying to. Yeah, I am looking at my phone. I'm trying to sign in from my phone. Because maybe that will work a little bit more consistently. Just putting in my password.
She's gone again.
yeah.
I
It's
can't
very.
believe people are having problems with their internet connectivity.
Oh, me either. Danny, it's you and me usually, isn't it?
I know, right?
Yes, yes.
I
Oh,
had
it is.
those too.
Yeah, I know.
On
It's
Mary
very
Street, I did
frustrating.
half the show with her, and had the other half I was booting out all the
Yep,
time. So I
you were
couldn't
booted
get.
out. Yep, yep. This is a test. That's what it is, Joanna.
It sure is. I'm on my phone now, so
All right, sweetie.
that's usually a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. So let's try this one more time. All right. So let's just do it. All right. So everybody, we could just take a few deep cleansing breaths from your belly. And yeah, inhale and try to hold it for like 5 seconds and then release it. Can you hear me okay? Okay. And then we can look for the light, the invisible light, the light we're visualizing over the top of our heads. And when you get that, try to pull that down through your crown, all the way down through the base of your spine, all the way through your feet into the earth. Okay. And then once you ground yourself into the earth, pull the earth's energy up through your feet, all the way up through your spine, out through the crown of your head, and then circle yourself with that light, like a bubble of protection. And And then we can say to ourselves, like, I am happy. I feel happy. But picture yourself feeling happy. Feel that emotion in your body. And okay. Can somebody say something here? I don't know. Okay, I think.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Somebody say something here. There we go. Now I can hear. Okay. And how's everybody feeling? Are we in a happier state? Are we lifting our vibe? Oh, this is not the way I wanted it to go. Okay. Okay. And then once you encircle yourself with the light, we are going to expand that light bigger than your house, bigger than your state, bigger than the country, until it envelops the whole earth. So let's just put the whole earth in our energetic light bubble that we have ourselves in. We're going to focus on our breathing while we're doing this too, thinking happy thoughts. Try to open up your heart, and you could feel it open if it's not already open. You know, just tell yourself you are open and receiving loving, healing energy from the universe, and really breathe into your heart. And many of you should feel it open. Okay. Are we frozen or are we still there? Yes, okay, because I can't hear a thing. And hold on. Okay. And then we want to envision the earth and send all of the healing, loving light into the earth. And imagine the bottom of the earth just dripping out toxic sludge, just all the poison, all the toxic garbage that we've all collectively created together. And then we can start saying some positive healing for the universe. Like, I intend for everyone to love strangers as they love themselves. I intend to have fun with everyone I meet. I intend for people to show compassion for everyone, even the ones we prefer not to commune with. Does Allie, do you have any more you want to say?
I intend for all people to love and treat animals kindly. I intend for the oceans to be cleared of all trash and debris. Anybody else want to intend anything?
Does anybody have anything? I can't hear anything.
Joanna, it's fine. We're just all in quiet contemplation and meditation. Let's just give it
There
about
we
2
go.
or 3 minutes.
I can hear now.
All
Okay.
right. We're just going to be quiet and do our meditation. Yep.
Okay.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be.
That's beautiful.
Sending out all love and light and healing to all those on planet Earth, to all those in need of compassion, and those in the chat in need of healing and self-love, along with ourselves.
Any fear that anybody holds, let that be transmuted, and we can give it back to the universe where it can find a home and be loved. We thank it for being there because we know the fear is there to teach us and help us grow. Any shame that we've put on ourselves or other people that we've accepted as our own, we can release that and clear and transmute that across all space, time, and realities and dimensions. We can give that back to the universe with love. Any traumas that people have had, we can let that go, knowing that holding on to that energy does not serve us and does not change anything. And we can free ourselves of that trauma so we can move forward to be the souls that we're supposed to be. We can know that we are all worthy of all the good things that the world has to offer, exactly as we are, for who we are. We don't need to change. We don't need to be anything different. We don't need to get approval to be worthy. We are worthy just as we are, exactly how we are. We are all here for a purpose, and we all chose to be here at this time. For whatever reason it is, we don't need to know that purpose. We can send love to the unconscious people, the people that wish us harm, the people that think that they are enemies. We can love them and know that, forgive them because they don't know what they do. They need healing the most. When you are all doing this, pay attention to the energy in your body. If anything feels heavy, identify it where it's located in your body. Most people feel heaviness in their lower chakras.
like in the abdomen area, right under the heart. Bring the light there and pretend it's like a toddler. Love it. Ask it, ask it what it needs. Show it compassion. Don't judge it because it is there to serve you. As uncomfortable as it is, just bring the light and bring the love to that area in your body and just love it. And don't push it away, just allow it. And you can breathe into that feeling and just wrap your arms around whatever feelings you're having in your body, and know that it's okay and it is there to serve you. And maybe ask it what it needs or why it's there. Or ask where it came from. Ask what the beliefs are that are generating these feelings inside of you. You know, we pick up things from the people around us. It could be a parent, it could be something we heard, it could be a very small comment that we carry around with us, and we're don't know that it's affecting us. But you know, these things are always carried in our bodies. It's important to feel your body. Yes, forgive yourself. Because maybe some of us are still unconscious. We don't know that we're creators. Some of us are still letting our minds control us rather than us controlling our minds. We may still have racing brains and give in to the lies that our brains tell us, or get overwhelmed with a feeling that arises in our body and we start attaching stories to it. Just be aware that you're experiencing thought. We don't need to judge that thought. We just allow that thought to be a thought. And some of us are conscious, and we know that we can control our minds and our thoughts, and we pay attention to the feelings in our body. But so many people are so unconscious still, and that's okay. That is their path. We wake up when we're supposed to. So we forgive the people that don't know any better, just like we would forgive a bear for attacking us because it's a bear, and that's what it's supposed to do. Absolutely. Forgive the reason, whatever reason that we feel, the feeling inside of us, it's okay. Because most of it is not true. We condition ourselves through society, through TV, through our parents, to accept these things as if they were us, but they are not us. We are not the thoughts we have. We are not our feelings. Our feelings are simply energy. And we are energy. Energy flows through us and around us. So we do not have to make that thought us. The thoughts that we feel, the beliefs that we have, are just simply things we've agreed to assign to us, but we are none of those things. We are an ocean. Everything is the ocean. And we are a wave, and we are only a wave temporarily. And one day, when we are through being a wave, we will return to the oneness of the ocean. We never were a part of the ocean. We just experienced ourselves as an individual wave. And since we are all in the spiritual community, we all know that We are pure light and love, and nothing can really hurt us. And we could choose a new path if that's what we desire. We don't have to stay on the path we've been on. We can change it at any time. So I think we should slowly start to come back to ourselves, start to pull our energy back. You know, this is very good for when you first wake up as well. Before you open your eyes, call your energy back to you. And maybe we should practice some gratitude, because gratitude is one of the most, what are we blessed for? Why are we grateful? Can we think of some things that we're grateful for, or that we're blessed by? You know, I'm blessed that I live in a beautiful house. I'm blessed that I have food waiting for me to eat after I'm done this. I'm blessed that I have a happy and beautiful, nearly adult child.
I am grateful for all the good in my life. I love and accept myself. I send compassion and understanding and kindness wherever I go. I work hard to balance all sides: physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. And I thank Spirit for the ability to manifest that with my soul community, which includes everybody that's here watching it now or later. It's timeless. And I send lots of beautiful hearts to our Mother Earth, our Gaia. I'm asking for thanks that this is done for the highest good of all concerned.
Debbie is grateful that she is alive. I'm grateful you're alive too. We all chose to be here for this. Ask why. Why would we do something like that? Because this is tough. This is a tough planet to live on.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to expand our hearts and awareness. And I intend for those who have come to this place to be able to receive the divine light as much as possible and to send it to others as well. And I'm grateful for that opportunity to sit with everybody here in this golden space of healing. So it is.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Joanna, Kim, Ron, Debbie, all the people in the chat. Yep, if we learn to stop and breathe and drop in our hearts, we can do this, even even with technical challenges. Absolutely, Debbie. Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
When I first started, I saw
I go ahead.
I saw green light. It was
Ooh.
green light going around like this. Then I saw a rainbow.
Ooh.
Then I saw a little bit of blue. I started seeing
That's heart
colors.
energy.
Yeah, I know there's there. But the green was going on all over the place like
powerful.
this. yeah. So anyway.
Oh, Archangel Raphael. Yeah,
Oh,
beautiful. Well, thank you so much.
that is beautiful. I have chills.
Yeah,
I'm so grateful, and I feel blessed to be a part of this community. I realize I'm just coming into it, but I'm very grateful for Allie. I'm grateful that everybody, that Kim, Danny, Ron, um, I am so grateful that you decided to participate today. I know that Sheila also uh, wanted to participate. Maybe she's going to show up later, and I'm just very
yeah,
thankful.
yeah. It went off really well. I know that we had a lot of stops and starts.
We are all here to serve.
That's right. That's right. Thank you
But
very
that's okay.
much.
That's life. That's real.
That's life. That's right. That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, you're welcome. I know you're very hot there where you are, Joanna, and you are welcome to stay. I'm going to be here for about another hour, and I'll just be riffing. Anybody that might show up, that's fine. Um, I um, I don't know if you know, and nobody has to stay. Let me put it that way. Everybody can go and do what they'd like to do, but I wanted to have this core
I'm gonna
thing done. And yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign off for a minute. My dog just had surgery, so I'm gonna go check on him, and then I'll come back.
All right, Joanna. Thank you.
Thank you for
Okay. All right. I'll see you soon.
All righty. Okay.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
that.
All right.
That was amazing. I mean, when you go into these, you start feeling connections all over the world there,
Yeah.
right through your
Yeah.
heart space.
It does. It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of like the imagery of the sludge dripping off the bottom of the earth and getting out of here. That was pretty good. That was pretty good, wasn't it? So Debbie, you're saying you have to go walk on the grass, and that was one of the things I wanted to say was it's really good to go out and honor the earth by walking on the grass barefoot. And while you're out there, you can envision your feet sort of going down into the earth, long stumps, I guess, down into the earth. You can envision those roots going down. They suggest that you nourish yourself definitely with water, but whatever else that you feel is appropriate for you. And make sure you sleep, relax, whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing. Anything in with simplicity. And of course, the gratitude is very helpful. Think about the earth as beautiful, peaceful, and powerful. And if you could start a garden, that's darn good. Although this isn't the time of year to do it, I don't think. But like Ron planting the trees, giving back. Yes, Libra lady, hug a tree. Absolutely.
I'm also grateful to be able to connect. So,
Powerful. Understood. Understood. No worries.
I'm getting emotional.
That's okay, Ron. That means you're human, and I love that. That's awesome.
I just, oh boy, oh boy, stuck there. I'm just grateful to be able to connect to so many beautiful, amazing souls, including
Yes.
all of you. Okay, and that's why again,
Yep.
I get tears in my eyes because it's.
Yep. Well, we come here to inspire other people, but actually more of them inspire me. Then, I just feel like I'm open to receiving, and I feel the love flowing. And
Yeah, I do.
you're right, Lynn, and emotion is you healing, and it's a wonderful flowing opportunity for us. Even though we're all in different places, we are connected by our soul community. So makes it beautiful. Oh, Tammy. Okay. She's been crying all afternoon. She says, "Let it out, Ron."
Okay. No, I'm very sensitive to energy, so I can
That's
feel it.
okay.
I feel it, and sometimes it goes through my heart space, and I get a like meltdowns a little bit, But
Yep,
it's okay. I'm
it is
I'm
okay.
back. I'm back up.
It's all right.
I'm
Yeah,
stable.
flowing said, felt the beautiful. I did feel a beautiful energy go through
Yeah,
me, and
yeah.
the light coming through, and then the grounding coming up. And
Ah,
I I always feel the energy when I put my hands up. I can really feel that energy ball. Kim, tell me what that means. You're the one of the experts on this.
About the feeling the energy with your hands? Well, it's a clair, basically, right? So it's clair-tangency, the touch. So feeling it with your hands is very real, and it's actually there's lots of ways you can do it. What you can do with that, you can heal other people. You can feel your own energy. You can send energy out to yourself. Also, reading objects. That's like the what do you call it when you pick up an object? Not kinesiology, but you know what I mean. Um,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Psychometry.
It's psychometry.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things with the clairs in the hands, and
Mhm.
actually in our color class today, somebody was saying that her hands were getting really warm when we were doing color healing for each other, and her hands were hot. She said, and so that's just bringing in the healing energy. Yeah, it's wonderful to do that, to have that.
Yeah.
Some
No,
people get cold also, though. Some people get cold, some people get hot or tingly.
that's true. That's true. With me, it's just I can feel this energy in between my hands, and it makes me feel, I don't know. I don't know if the word's powerful or not. It just feels really good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I don't get cold. I get hot. It starts from here, goes all the way down my neck, and goes down my backbone. And sometimes
Mhm.
I get it's not menopause. I can tell you that.
But you're a man. Isn't it
So,
menopause for men?
Men have menopause too.
yeah, but
Hi,
I don't
Renee.
think I don't think it's the back of your neck. I don't know where it is, but
Actually, the back of the head does regulate body temperature,
it
and
doesn't.
the brainstem. Yeah.
So for those in the chat, I just want to let you know that we just did a meditation with Joanna, and we'll be here talking. You could maybe do a couple more silent times if you wish to stay. You don't have to stay, of course. You're always free will. But we're just having a little talk about different things. Oh, Tammy, I'm glad. I'm glad they sent you a message today. Um, I'm sorry you've been crying, but sometimes that helps, doesn't it? And I know that many times when I'm really happy, I I end up crying as well. So, hello, Renee. It's nice to see you. And Fi, sometimes having this ties your heart. Oh yeah, absolutely. I would, living in that old energy where men weren't supposed to cry or show any emotion or whatever, that's just bad. That's gone.
See what she said, Faye? Sometimes I have okay, sometimes I have a stiff upper lip ties your heart in knots. There is no problem with a soft heart. She
No.
says, Ron, we love you.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah, she's right. Absolutely. Yeah. So Kim did your class start today, Kim?
Color class. Yeah, we did a color
Oh,
class today. And I was going to say one of the ladies in the class got a message from her angel. It was a song as well. And it was she saw sunflowers and the song was "You Are My Sunshine." Thought that was nice from her angels or her spiritual guiding team.
You know
Whoever, I'm
what?
not sure if it was angels or yeah, that was nice.
You are my sunshine. That's the song I heard when I was little because my uncle used to sing it to us.
Ah, yeah.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Something like that.
Yeah, I was in at an elephant sanctuary in Thailand a few years ago, and there's a baby elephant there, and the lady Lek Chalet, who owns she's a principal of the animal rescue place. She would sing "You Are My Sunshine" to the baby elephant to go to sleep, and it was just beautiful. That elephant, it's like that's what that elephant needed every night, to hear her sing "You Are My Sunshine" before she went to sleep. And the elephant mostly spoke Thai, but she would sing that in English. It was great.
That's a beautiful image, honestly. That's wonderful.
I got to even sing to the elephant myself and lay down with the elephant, the baby elephant.
Oh, that's wonderful.
On Saturday, I had somebody cry in the chat because I told her you have to hug your child inside you. And I showed a picture of myself when I was 9 years old. And I told her, your child needs a child, they want when they're young, what they want is to be loved and valued. And that most of us, we didn't get that when we're during my time. So I showed everybody pictures. So I show you guys, this is me when I was 9 years old. So I say,
great. I love that.
I keep this picture beside the computer. Then I tell myself I love you, and I give it a kiss. That helped me to get out of drama, so whatever you call it, and it helped me grow, whatever. So, but she said she was crying like crazy when I told her that, and
yeah, you had the right message for her. That's what it was at the right time, Ron. That's a beautiful picture of you. Excuse me, I had to move rooms. So
yeah, but right. I know when you live a life where you've been abused or something, and you have low esteem of yourself. That's why you need to go to the child inside, hug them, love them. She or a man or a woman, doesn't matter, but the child inside.
Yep.
And you need to tell them. You need to tell them that you love them and you value them as they are.
No, you're up. Crazy dog. Sorry, I wasn't doing that. This puppy is like having a 2-year-old on steroids or something. Anyway, yes, that is a nice looking picture, Renee says, and I agree that you look, what a handsome little boy you were. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's you were. Remember, everybody says you were. You were handsome then.
Oh, Ron.
I have to joke about that because
Okay.
We all get.
Unfortunately, we all get older, and
Yeah.
My dog.
Anyway, what happened to Danny? I didn't see him leave.
Oh, I think he got booted off, and then he said he had something he had to do. So that's okay. But Joyce left too, but she was having weather issues. So, I think this is a real trial by fire, and it's fine however it turns out. So I'd like to have us.
Renee Rogers says, "Merci, Ron." She's speaking to me in French.
Yeah.
Bienvenue.
So I would like to send out love to Linda G's son-in-law. I'm sorry that he broke his hip. Hello, Sharon. It's nice to see you. And I'll let you guys talk about for a few minutes till I get her calmed down.
Yeah, one of the things I like to do when somebody needs healing, I like to send color. And I wonder if we send actually not just Linda's son-in-law, but anybody in your own heart, send them. If you don't know a color, if nothing's coming to you, you can always send white. That's a good backup color, and it's also kind of non-invasive, and then they can choose to accept or not, because you also don't want to send prayers or send healing to people without their permission.
Yeah.
So, but if you know somebody who has asked for healing, this would be a good time. We can just all together now send healing to the people that we know who have asked for it. So I'm just sending white light out to some people I know.
Sharon Nee asked for, please send healing color energy to my brother and his family because he just lost a 25-year-old nephew. So her nephew, I think. So I know him.
Sending love your way, Sharon, for everyone in your family.
My nephew, my brother's son, yeah. Also, Lynn, my cousin, passed today. Just a little prayer, please. He just passed
Absolutely.
today.
I'm so sorry. Love for Tonya, the nurse in South Carolina, and Tamara, a 5-year-old in North Carolina, who have COVID. Blessed are the hearts that can bend. They shall never be broken. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. All are healed. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all, I ask that only that which is of the highest good of all concerned happen here and now and through all space and time. I give thanks that this is done. Amen. Thank you so much, Len Janeski. I'm so sorry that you've lost your cousin. Is that who it is? Your cousin. Okay. And of course, Sharon Lee, your nephew.
Yeah.
Very difficult for young people, especially.
Also, for all the children they found buried,
Oh, in Canada.
Indigenous people in Canada, all the graves they found.
Yep.
That also, because there's a lot of people suffering. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also for all the young, everyone that's still in Afghanistan, for healing of that as well. Susan Lynn said yesterday that there was a hurricane on its way toward the Houston, Galveston coast. How is that, Kim? Can you keep us updated?
Sure. Yeah, the latest I heard, because I just talked to my sister a little while ago, and she lives in Houston. I'm in Central Texas, but she said what's happening is that people are getting prepared, but they're not evacuating. They're just telling people to put away their lawn furniture and button up the windows, that sort of thing, just in case. And so that's what they're doing in Galveston. In Houston, my sister says it's just been raining, a lot of rain. And I think it's expected for raining tomorrow as well. But no flooding. They keep saying, actually, the weathermen keep saying, oh, it's going to flood. Be careful, it's going to flood. But nothing like that has happened so far. So that's the latest I know.
Well, when I lived there, I lived in Kingwood, Texas, and it rained so much that it rained up to the top of the bleachers down in the Pee Wee ball field, and then the river came down, and with the river came dead emus and houses and all kinds of stuff. So yes, it doesn't sneak in there. Yeah. Yeah.
We can use the rain though, because the river that I live near, which had in the past years has been flowing all year, and people are out there and like overflowing. Right now it's at least or no more than a third the water that's normally there. And it's mostly puddles now in a lot of spots. Instead of, it's got to be 15, 20 feet low. So I think there's a water thing going on for sure all over.
I agree with you. I know that you guys need water desperately there. Problem is that when it comes too fast, and it won't go into the earth that well, and so that's why you have so much flooding. But,
yeah.
Wow. So I'm going to go back to some of the things that I talked about at the beginning. Okay. Thanks, Kim. There was something that I read that was about the importance of returning to harmony by first healing ourselves, which we did do in this meditation that we just did, and then our communities, and then that extends out to the world. So being one person, it does move out like ripples in the water, because we do matter. We matter very much. And even at the highest point here, we had about 50 people that were working together and meditating together. And that's very powerful and very healing as well. But the Christian, I think the Bible or whenever two or more together gathered, then miracles can happen. So we talked a little bit about the smudging and explained there are no perfect ceremonies, and yet all ceremonies are perfect. They all come the way they're supposed to come. I just resonate more with the Native American ceremonies after I learned them, because I felt like they were so earth-centered and connected, and how everything starts and finishes and goes around and around. So some of the things also that they said was they come up with 4 different colors that they use. They talked about the 4 colors: red and black and white and blue and yellow, and it just depends on what tribe. They choose 4 of those different ones, and green. 4 plants. So anytime you want to use plants for smudging or for anything else, or to give back to Mother Earth, tobacco, cedar, sage, and sweetgrass. I was always told that even if you pick up a rock, that you should leave something behind. You could leave a little bit of tobacco. You could leave sage. You could leave actually spit. Spit is acceptable, even though it sounds like it shouldn't be. I wouldn't say that urine and feces would be the best thing to leave behind, though. I think that's pushing it. Then we have the directions. We have the eagle in the east. We have the coyote in the south. We have the bear in the west, and the buffalo in the north. And if you really think about it, these animals are usually in those areas. California, I believe, has the bear as a symbol. And I know the buffalo is up in Wisconsin and up in that area. There was a beautiful book I read a number of years ago, White Buffalo Comes Sing, or White Buffalo Woman Comes Singing. And actually there was a white buffalo born in the 80s. So the other thing is the seasons and the seasons of our lives. So we have, spring, summer, fall, winter, but we also have infancy, adolescence, middle age, and elderly, or crondom for some of us women. Um, and we have the domains, the spiritual, emotional, physical, and mental. And of course, we have the elements, and each element is tied to a certain time of the year. Fire is tied to the summer. The earth is the late summer, early fall. The winter is water, and wind is spring or air. I just thought it was interesting to share with you because the Native Americans have always treated Mother Earth very, very well. Um, and I think we miss out on some of that if we don't learn some of those. All in need of healing. All right. Color sound healing globally for those suffering. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Dusty Rose.
Yes. I'd just like to say, this color of sound healing is ancient Egyptian time, 3,000 years ago, at least, maybe before. And in those days, where they would have big rooms of color and with light coming in, and it would be a healing room, different rooms with different colors, and they would go in and lie down, and then there would be sound healing as they were absorbing the colors with the light coming in, and then different rooms. So that was, yeah, and here we are again, knowing this is the future of healing as well.
I do that myself. I do a lot of sound healing.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I wish I would do more. I have the bowls and everything, but I forget to do it, actually.
I understand. It's like me with my tongue drum.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there's so many YouTube videos with sound healing, different frequencies, or the singing bowls, and they're really beneficial and they're free. So
Yep. It's amazing, really. You can just, I remember somebody saying they didn't know how to do something like build this, build a patio or whatever. Oh, go to YouTube, go to YouTube, go to YouTube. So everything, you can pretty much find everything on YouTube, and that's the beauty of it, really. So
it is. And we should take advantage of those tools. Right. Sometimes when you do it, you'll feel have any of you experienced in meditation shaking? Your body will shake. Mm-hmm. Almost like you're getting sucked out of it.
Oh, not that much. That's awesome. You must really be deep, deep, deep out there somewhere. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Ron, put your microphone on if you want to say.
I just want to make a precision on the looking on YouTube to renovate or do whatever. Not everybody is correct. Okay, there's codes, and you need to find out what codes in your area, and you needed to do it correctly because they're not all correct. Okay, because these videos are made by amateurs or people to do DIY. There's a certain way because you don't want to get sued after somebody falls off your.
Well, absolutely. No, you have to, what the word is discernment. Use discernment.
Use discernment when you watch these videos and make sure that it's done correctly and the codes with the codes in your area. So I just wanted
That's good advice.
It is good advice. Yeah.
And no medical advice or legal advice.
Bye, Kim. Thank you for coming,
Bye,
honey.
Kim.
Take care.
Pleasure being with you today.
Yeah. So Joanna, I just want you to know that a lot of people felt very deeply involved in that meditation.
Good.
They felt really good. Yeah. Including Ron and myself. So yes.
Good. I wanted it to be, I am a bit of a perfectionist. You nailed it. But that's kind of what I was going for, a little disheveled, but maybe we can do more of this because all of our energies together are super powerful.
Big.
And that's
Yeah.
the intention, for us to feel it all.
Sure. Absolutely.
I've watched Linda G with her prayers. Sometimes I follow her when she does these prayers. They're
Yeah.
really, really powerful.
I
And the
bet.
amount of people that come in the chats, it's like
Yeah.
sometimes
She's got like
2,000.
10,000 people or something in there. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's
And
powerful.
when you're trying to you're a moderator,
Oh,
imagine
yeah.
the chat, it's on slow mo, but you imagine the people that are in there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
finally figured that out. I'm like, why are my comments coming in light? It's because it's on slow motion. You can only do maybe one a minute,
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes sometimes.
one every 2 minutes.
On Linda G's channel, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, you need that. It's too many.
Well, it could be 5. I mean, if people are interested, of course, I wouldn't run it for 2 hours, maybe 20
Yeah.
minutes. But yes, if I get enough people that would like to have that happen, I would love to do that. I'm sure Joanna would too.
I would love it. I would love that's what I'm here for. That's my pleasure, is helping
Mhm.
other people. That's how I get my happiness. And I feel very strongly about this stuff. I am an
Mhm.
empath. I am intuitive, and I can sometimes hone in on people's energy, and I channel sometimes too. So when I really get into the meditation, I channel, and the words really aren't mine.
Mhm.
So this is why I started all of this. It's not something I would have done normally, but I was
Right.
compelled. I had to do it. I didn't have a
Sure.
choice.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, you will want to. Please, I want to say this, that the people that were here, if you do not know, Danny Shea at Bathrobe Tarot, and we had Joyce All Knowing Tarot that came in as well, and Medium Kim, one word, and we have Ron's Unconditional Love Tarot, he's also Mr. Super Moderator, and Joanna, Creating Your Life Consciously. And I would really love to see her get some more people too, because she's got a lot of really good videos out there. So, this wasn't to get subscribers, but it doesn't matter, because
No.
if that's what you get, then that's what was meant to be. So,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. I
Yeah.
just, like all of you, we're here to spread our knowledge
Serve
and
the
also
people.
learn from each other. We're always students
Absolutely.
too. I
Yep.
had my awakening a few years ago, but I learn all the time. And
Uh-huh.
we all benefit each other, and that's what the goal is.
That's what I say when they come to my lives. That's what I say. People
Yep.
are there to heal. We support each other, and everybody's going through some stuff.
Everybody.
Whether you know it,
Yeah.
even
Everybody.
me when I'm up here, I'm not the only one.
Yep.
Right.
So it's all
I
good.
suffer, but I know, thankfully, now I know why. And I know that I have the tools to heal. I have my guides with me all the time. I
Yeah.
can give it to
And
them.
your angels.
And
Yeah.
if we could help, my thing is, if I help one person get a little bit more happy or love
That's it.
themselves a little bit more, that's it. I'm done. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. That's the way it should be. So there was something else I found that I wanted to share, and this was so succinct and so well written that I wrote it down. When we move our focus from competition to contribution, life becomes a celebration. Never
Yes.
try to defeat people, just win their hearts.
And it'll
And I
come,
love
because
it.
it will
Yeah.
come back to you when you go for the
will.
ego, when you're manipulating. That's very
Yeah.
low vibration.
It
Stay in your
is.
heart, and the good things will come to you. It really will. It's so powerful, and it's a lot for people to understand. I
Yes.
talk about on my channel, I do some fluffy stuff like manifesting your SP and all that, because
Mhm.
that's how I started,
Yeah.
on this spiritual journey. And now I
Mhm.
get into more, transforming and all that stuff, the deeper stuff, the real self-love, which is what really needs to happen. But it's
Mhm.
kind of like
Mhm.
bait to get people in, and for all spiritual levels. And I'm going to get even more
Sure.
spiritual, but I'm a month in.
Yep. Yeah. You're doing really
You
well.
Can you imagine people all over the world living and acting with unconditional love? What it would be like?
It would be
I mean,
fantastic.
I just think about it. My heart goes, you
I
you
know.
wouldn't be, it'd
Yeah.
be a lot different,
Yep, that's where we're going to, Ron. Though that's what's
I know,
happening.
I
on the
know,
planet.
it's coming.
I know you know. I wanted to talk to you. 'Cause you and I think the same way. I'm like, that's exactly
You
how I
do.
do it.
I preach it all the time on
That's
my
right.
channel, and
You're
people,
very good. You're very good.
because there's something people didn't realize.
No,
It starts with you.
Mhm.
It
it's
starts with
only you.
Yep.
It's
it
only you.
starts with
And we need to
okay. It
remind
starts with
ourselves. We need to remind
loving
each other.
yourself.
Yep.
Because I wasn't taught to love myself. I was
None of
taught
us
to
were.
love others.
Right.
But it's very important. And loving yourself doesn't mean becoming the center of all attraction and you're the king shit. Oh, excuse my language, but anyway, meaning that it's all me and me and me. It means
Right.
the more you
Right.
really love yourself, the more you give others.
Mhm.
You get
There's-
compassionate. More
Yep.
more compassion comes out of
It's
that.
not competition. It's not jealousy or
No.
envy. It's
No.
you
Yeah.
see somebody succeed
Collaboration.
and you say, yes, great for you,
Right.
because all things are possible. You know, and
And-
when you come from it's all about me and ego and self-centeredness, that's not spirituality. That's not being of the heart. That's being down in the ego. And
That's
that's
why
not what it's about.
My last live was talking about people, light workers coming together. They need to unite, not
Yep.
work me, myself, and I in my corner. It doesn't work.
No.
I'm
Doesn't
telling
work.
you, it doesn't work. You need to connect,
Yes.
and you need to exchange. And something happens when you get together.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's
You can
why I
feel it.
wanted to do this. This is why I
You
wanted
can feel
to
the
do
connection
this.
going through it, and it's amazing what comes out of it.
I
And
know
think
you
that-
get it. I know you get
Yeah.
it, Ron. I know you do.
Yeah. It's great, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
think
I
that
don't know if they're still here, but Soul Sisters, I know they get it
oh
too.
yeah.
I know they get
Oh,
it
they
too.
do.
They're
Yeah.
people I
Yeah.
would like to speak to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very sweet ladies, really.
You're very good energy.
We're
really
very
good.
lucky though. We have wonderful subscribers and people that follow. We have wonderful channels, and we complement each other on the channels. And somebody said to me, "Wow, it's really nice that you recommend somebody to us or whatever." And it's like, of course I would. That's just the way I work. If somebody can help you that I know can help you, I will recommend that channel or that person to go there and get some help. Yeah,
Because you're
we
not
are.
doing it for your ego. You're doing it for
No.
healing.
No.
And that's
Yeah.
why I'm drawn to you. I'm not.
Yeah.
I used to be ego when I was young. It did not
Well,
serve me.
it's a young person's thing.
It is.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
nearly 46 years old now, so I've gotten my lumps, and
Yeah.
I surrendered.
We all had to go through it.
Yeah,
We all went through it. Yeah, that's for sure.
One time
But yeah.
I made Debbie Freebird laugh like crazy because I said my ego. I put it in the toilet. She started laughing like crazy. I flushed it down the toilet.
yeah. I pay attention to it. I'm like, you know what, Joanna, that's your ego. What's going on here?
Oh, yeah.
Because we all.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just fall right back
It's
into
easy.
it and be a victim. I make this a daily practice every single day. Every day.
Mhm.
My life has changed.
Also, when you get more popular, you got to watch out because there's a trap there. You can, suck you in because you get more and more popular, and then you start believing you're something else, and that's
Yeah.
where you have to
It
go
can
back
happen.
to.
Well, the
It
thing
can
is,
happen.
so you don't really know me that I worked in politics wrong. I currently hold elected office. It's very small. And I've worked in politics for 17 years. So my ego was large. I'm a leader. I ran a committee of 200 people. I know everyone. I mean, literally by everybody. I know them.
Look, I can't see your ego. I took my glasses off.
Good. But so I've been there a little full of myself, and I've gotten my teeth kicked
Uh-huh.
in. And
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. I just, because it makes me ugly inside, and I don't want to feel like that.
There's
I don't.
things that people do that it's not unconditional love to love, because people, somebody says something, the other one wants to say, look, I'm right, you're wrong.
Right.
This thing, you got to get away from it because nobody wins in this argument.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Okay. Whether you think you won because you say, oh, gee, I was right and you were wrong. You think the person that was right is winning, but really it's a loss.
Yeah, people argue on social media like this argument's actually going to change something.
Yeah.
And like, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I got him. What did you get? You didn't
Nothing.
get anything.
No.
You got nothing.
No.
So turn off the social media, turn off the news, come to play. I don't even watch TV anymore. I come to places like this because it's healthy. It's more helpful to my soul to be with people like you rather than watching, the news or something that's just very low vibrational and going to affect me,
Or hang on to revenge, People hang
Yeah.
on to revenge. What the hell? You can hang on to revenge for 20, 30 years and suffer like crazy and said, what the hell did I do that for?
Yep, I did a video on that. Stop causing your own. 2 videos about that. People, I had someone, we were talking about a very heavy subject. Forget what it was, but they're like, I have a right to be angry. And I'm saying, what I hear you say that is, now this was on Facebook, so you're not going to be able to explain it properly there. But I said, I'm hearing you say you have a right to feel horrible and sick inside. Like, so you were something bad happened to you and generations of people and continue to happen. But that doesn't mean you have to be mad or angry to be righteous. And people will feel like if I'm not angry, then I'm not doing it right. Well, you cannot get sick enough to help a sick person. You can't get poor enough to help a poor person. If you want to change things, you have to feel the love inside of you. So feeling angry is not going to solve it, doesn't justify you. Compassion and then positive change. What can you do positive to change that situation? But you don't have to be angry. It's like getting mad at a puppy for eating your shoes. The puppy's living its best life. Your anger is not going to change that.
Not going to change it.
It's just going to make you sick and anxious and have a really crappy day.
And you can replace your shoes.
You can, let it go. And that's part of the healing process. And that's what I want to help people with. Heal.
Awesome. So I pulled a card because I wanted to.
Okay. I was going to say. Okay.
Go ahead, Ron.
I was going to say, because I've seen families pull away from each other for years and years because they didn't talk to each other. This is horrible.
Yeah. Over what?
Are they happy? I don't think neither one is happy.
They're not. They're not.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Allie. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I just wanted to show this because I pulled this card about our, brilliance. And I look at the brilliance all around. Yeah. Isn't it gorgeous? And I think that's what was going on when we were meditating. When we were meditating, the brilliance from all the souls that were in the meditation were sent out across the world. And I love that. These are Native American cards too. So,
they're beautiful.
You got me hooked on that.
I know. I know. They're so wonderful, really.
Yeah,
and Dusty Rose, I agree with your guides. Everyone at least thinks they're right? Yeah. And it does go to perspective. And it also goes to closed mind and not being able to critically think in a lot of people weren't taught how to critically think.
No, we weren't.
No, not at all.
I was going to write a book like How to Be a Human 101.
101.
Letting your mind run away from you, that monkey mind.
Right.
That's not how we're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And people say, I can't shut it up. If you can't shut it up, then right there it shows you it's not you.
Right.
So many things that we are just not taught how to do it. And I want to, let's teach people how to human in a sane way. You're not your mind, you're not your body, you're not the words that you speak. You don't have to be what people label you or what you've been conditioned to believe that you are. You're not those things. You just are. Yeah. You're experiencing. That's it.
I want to talk about Tammy Jackson. She says, I have pulled away from my family because they make me feel crappy. Their energy is really bad. When you're an empath and you're sensitive, like I am, I'm telling you, you get sucked into that energy and you'll hurt a lot and you'll think it's you. but
Yeah,
really the
I know.
energy comes from
It
somebody.
isn't, but you're absorbing that energy, so you need to
Yeah.
get away from it. Yeah,
And it's okay to establish boundaries. So separating
Absolutely.
from toxic is fine. It's not being like ego or I'm better than you and I'm not talking to you. That's
so
saying
here's the
boundaries.
difficulty, though, Joanna, and it's my generation, the boomers. We were told not to be selfish.
Yeah.
We were told that we shouldn't think. I'll tell my mother something. Oh, you shouldn't think that way. You shouldn't think that
Right.
way. I was told that more times than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
And I love my mother dearly. She was only doing what she knew.
That's it.
And I have tried to move away from that kind of thinking.
Yeah.
But, when you have those messages in your head for years and years and years, you don't have the right. That's selfish. What's wrong with you? The reprogramming of that
It takes
has
some
to
time.
be, it
Yes.
does. And it has to be acknowledged that,
Yes.
oh, that's not good. I need to change my thoughts.
And you're aware of it.
Otherwise,
That's the first
Yeah.
step. Awareness. These were
Correct.
unconscious people that loved us, but on the way they knew how to love us. So we
Mhm.
have all these things. I'm a Generation X, so I'm right on the cusp. Nearly 46. I was taught all these same things as you. But I
because you got
can
it from the
Yeah,
grandmother
from
that told the mother. Yeah.
Yep. And
Because when
that's-
you're good, like you're sensitive and a lot of compassion for people, sometimes you get these people that they're vampires. They suck your energy. They want to
can
bring
be.
you down. They use you, and they think that you don't know about this.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
you know. But as
Absolutely.
long you'll know if you know your energy. If you
Yeah.
don't know your energy, then
And that's important too. Know
Yeah,
what
that's
yours
important.
feels like. And so when you walk into someone, you can say, this is not mine. This is not mine. What's going on here?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So
You make
it's
the
a
decision
journey.
whether you want to stay or not. Yeah.
Yeah. It's totally a journey, but the awareness is key. Like, hey, I was taught this is growing up. This is not necessarily the truth. Here
That's
is
right.
more to the truth. And don't go from feeling like, totally at one spectrum to the opposite. It's gradual because your brain needs to believe it. So you can start with smaller affirmations like, I'm learning to love myself more and more every day. That's
Right.
something we can all accept as truth.
We can all do. Yeah.
So little
And
things.
Julie's right. She says to bubble yourself before being around people, even your own family. Sometimes your family is the hardest ones to be around. They can be.
My mom is
It's funny.
tough.
It's funny. I'm reading Tandy's question. She said, "Tandy Jackson, I would cry about something my dad would say. Stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about."
Right.
So didn't help.
And
She's a woman. I've had that done to me
Yep.
I bet.
when I was at.
I bet.
And then you learn to feel shame about your emotions. You hold
Right.
them in so you don't process them.
Your self-esteem goes down,
Right.
and you don't. And then your trust issues. You have trust issues.
And that energy
you-
stays in your body.
You grow up with that, and the cassette just turns around and around the same
It does.
thing,
Yep.
and you become a victim.
Yep. And affects your
can happen.
relationships, all of it. So that's shadow work, loving
She's
the
I'm on
feelings.
this thing. I'm connected to her, but she's going boop, boop, boop. It's funny how
You're like a switchboard, that you used to have to
No.
put the switchboard things
I
in to
say
talk to
something,
people.
she says something, boom, boom, boom. I can feel it. It's amazing.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is the stuff that we have to do, but nobody tells us that we have to do it. And
No.
when I first learned all this stuff through reading different things, like Christy Marie Sheldon, she's an energy worker, or Marissa Peers, they're fantastic. And then Abraham Hicks, and then Bashar, Seth Speaks, the Seth material, Law of One. But then I started to channel, and I get my own messages, and it's all similar. I don't know where I was going. I haven't slept.
That's okay.
So-
That's okay.
Anyway, I met a what do you call a psychiatrist once in my life. One time in my life, that was several years back there, and she said, she told me, she says, you're, I don't know, she said something amazing about me, but she says, there's one thing about you. You don't trust yourself. I nearly had a shock when she said that to my face. Then I realized she was right.
She was more than a psychiatrist.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
Oh.
needed
Yeah.
her. You needed her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Needed
I
her to
love
say it.
hearing that because it's so,
But
it's
but
just
the
so
shock,
cool.
when she created the shock, I woke up
Yep.
Mhm.
and I said,
Yep.
hey, she's right. Okay, now I'm going to take back my power. I
Yeah.
realized how to do it because of the shock,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I was
Yeah.
staying in it.
That's why. So when I coach people, it's not me saying, well, this is what you need to do. It's what do you want to accomplish? What are your goals? And then you kind of lead people so they can
Yeah.
have their, aha, that's it. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
Because if I say it, they just brush it off. But when they come to that epiphany on their own, they can make
Yeah.
the change. And that's what
Well,
lasts and changes their life.
it does last. I've had students tell me that. I'll like bring them to the precipice of something,
Mhm.
and then I'll say, "Well, what do you think?" And they'll have these epiphanies. You know, they've always known. They just didn't know how to say it, or they didn't know where to
Yeah.
it fit in. And it always is so wonderful to see the light bulb come on. It's really
See-
an affirmation of that I'm doing something the right way.
Whether it be just
Yeah.
getting your boyfriend back or really
Yeah.
transforming, like,
Mhm.
just having self-worth for the first time in
Yeah.
your whole
Yeah.
entire life.
Well,
You know?
Right.
talking about self-worth, I was years people telling me, all kinds of people going through this stuff, the difficult moments. They said, Ron, you're like this, you're like that. They were giving me compliments. You know what? I didn't believe them. I thought, oh,
That's because you didn't
no.
trust yourself, though.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that woman told you.
Yeah, but when I realized when I did the work inside, and I realized, I woke up and I said, "Oh my God, I got so much value. I couldn't see it before. Now I'm seeing it, and then my heart just jumps up and my
Like,
God,
I'm special.
Good
Like,
for you.
I am special.
yeah, I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of wow.
Right.
I see value in me, and even my wife, she knew that before I did. But
Yeah. Well, she married
But-
you. She loves you.
yeah, I know. But but
But you don't believe it. You don't believe it. You're like, well, when's
Yeah.
the shoe going to drop? When are they
Yeah.
going to really see me? And then they're going to leave or not love me anymore. And I have to be this in order to be worthy of love. And now
Well-
I can say, like, I deserve love.
being your truthful self is the most amazing
It is
life
the
you'll
authentic
ever get
self,
to.
right?
Yep.
When
Yep.
you realize how valued you are, how loved you are by the spirit, by everything around you,
Mhm.
I
It's amazing.
can't put words to it. I mean, it's
I
so amazing to be yourself. And that's what I tell people: be yourself. Don't try to imitate somebody else. It doesn't work.
Nope.
Be yourself. It's so joyful to be yourself.
Be yourself.
can't
Everybody
feel-
else is already taken.
That's right.
You can't take
But
my
when
place.
I was learning about authenticity, I found out that I've always really been authentic because I did things other people didn't do, and people would go, "That's weird," Like when I was 30 years old, I started taking karate classes, and my mother had a fit. What am I doing? Of course, it's really good for yourself. It's good for exercise. It's good
Energy.
for taking care of yourself or whatever. But a lot of people would say, "Really? Why would you do that?" And I thought, why not? I just do whatever I wanted. I wanted to be who I was. I didn't want to be pinned into a corner to be something everybody else wanted me to be.
know
But it
what?
still took me a while.
You know
It
why
took me a
people
while.
do like everybody else? Because they want to be accepted, because
Yep.
they want to be loved, and they
Yeah, I
accept
know.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Even
Yeah,
the
they don't
worst
want
guy
people
you
to
can
think
meet,
that
or the
you're
worst,
weird, or yeah, I
or
know.
the worst mate you can get, because they just want to be loved. If they started to love their child inside them, it'd be a lot different.
Yep.
But
People are.
go ahead, Joanna.
I was
Yeah.
just going to say, we feel we're trying to prove our worth to a bunch of people that don't feel worthy themselves.
That's right.
Right?
makes no sense.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, you
That
said
makes no sense.
There you go.
Absolutely.
I remember the first time I felt my guardian angels. It was in the beginning of my awakening. They were on either side of me, holding me up by my elbow and wrist. And my awakening was through it was a catalyst. I was done. I said, if
Mhm.
you want me here, you do this, or I'm done, because enough is enough. It's,
Mhm.
40 years of torture and I'm not going to do any more because it's ridiculous. Then everything changed within a matter of 6 weeks, everything.
Uh-huh.
And then I felt my angels and I sobbed like a baby. It was
Mhm.
I've never felt love like that in my life. And that's
Yeah.
when I knew I'm so special.
Mhm.
That's my
We
first
all are
time I knew
special.
that. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are. We
absolutely.
are.
Yeah.
But
Hello, Dawn Marie.
nobody's one's better value than
No,
the other one. It's all in the
no.
same. This is what
Yep.
I'm saying, and
Yeah, we're not judging
no,
because
I've seen people in my chat asking questions, and then all of a sudden I told them you're worthy of love, and they just cried and cried in the chat. I mean,
yeah.
because for the first time somebody told them they were worthy of it.
That's
Yeah.
imagine if we just did that. You see a stranger, you hold the door and say,
Yeah,
bless you.
yeah, yeah,
You're worthy of
yeah.
greatness. Whatever. Those
Oops.
connections that we make.
Thanks, Kevin. Kevin says our angelic love is really touching and life-changing. And it is.
It
Yep.
is.
Thanks for being here. Yeah. Yeah.
It was crazy.
Whew. So we only have about 10 minutes left, which I may cut down anyway.
Okay.
I want the people to know that are still here, that we appreciate you being here, that we did do
Yeah.
our global meditation, and you can go back and watch it, and hopefully you will gain something from that. I hope so.
Yeah.
Some people are saying they'd like us to do this maybe once a month or something. I
I
don't
would
know.
love that.
Or if we do, that's fine. Or, maybe Joanna puts it on her channel. Maybe Ron puts it. It doesn't have to be on my
Yeah, we'll
channel, but I'll
talk.
let you all know where it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was planning on doing something like that once a month. Once I learn how to do lives, if somebody wants to show me how to do this, I'm not tech savvy.
Yeah.
But I want to start doing that, engaging people. This way I can help people with what they want. I'm more than happy to collaborate because we could take turns. That's fine because I know a
Yeah.
lot of us, you
I
work
got a
together.
joke for her. I got a joke for her. You want to learn how to go live? Just press the button. It says go live.
It won't let me unless I have a certain amount of subscribers. Or maybe I'm
It's not
doing
true.
it wrong. It's not
No,
wrong. Okay.
there's
Well,
something
somebody's
wrong.
got to talk to me. I'm doing
Yeah.
something wrong then.
You're
Okay.
doing it from YouTube, and you have to do it from StreamYard, I believe.
Right.
Oh,
And so we'll show you how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a
Okay.
month. Not a month. It takes 24 hours for StreamYard to accept you.
Okay. Well, that's
It's
fine
not.
because I have nothing planned anyway tonight. We did our meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Thank you so much, everybody, for your
Yeah.
kind words as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate this. I thank you so much. It means a lot to me that everybody was willing to participate, and I really
Absolutely.
hope somebody got some sort of benefit out of it. We can make this a regular thing.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it
it's
does help to meditate together. I think people feel, even if you're quiet
yeah,
and all the things are shut off and no one's doing anything, that's the power. You get us to a place, and then that's the power place. And here we have meditation on the full moon, maybe. Yeah. I mean,
that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
you
It's
ask,
hard.
we do.
It's hard to
Yeah.
be quiet when you have three people who like to talk.
I am a talker. I'm so sorry about that. I am a talker.
Me too. Me too. I
All
love
right.
that.
Right. All right. So, Lynn Janeski, good feeling to last through the night. Yes. And that was the hope, Lynn. And
yeah.
that we send out lots of love. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Dawn Marie. All of you for being here, Tammy. All of you for some of you staying for almost
Yeah.
2 hours. I really appreciate it. I think probably we would be bip about nothing for the next 10 minutes. So I guess we'll probably
I know.
close this
Okay.
out. Yeah.
All
Ron,
right.
anything you wanted to say at all? No?
Thank you for having me. Thank you
Oh, of
for
course.
sharing with me. So
Thank you, Ron. It was a pleasure to speak to you face to face. I really enjoyed it. Allie, thank you so much for helping me
Thank
put
you,
this
Joanna.
together.
I hope you get your AC back.
They're still out here working. They said about another
Oh
half
my
an hour.
God.
They're doing a pressure
Oh my
test.
God.
So, woo!
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right. We'll send
Thank
lots of
you.
love and energy toward that
How about my puppy?
conclusion.
My puppy, because he's hurting
Oh,
right
and
now,
your
and I would
puppy.
like to sleep tonight. I just want to sleep tonight, please.
Okay. Go get some rescue remedy for dogs.
Thank you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Love you,
Bless
everybody.
you all. Take care.
Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.